Lakers Nation, get ready. Because what we're about to talk about might completely reshape how this franchise looks, not just for next season, but for the years to come. So if you're a die-hard fan, if you care about this team's legacy, and if you're tired of watching the Lakers fall just short in the playoffs, then hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and turn on the notification bell, because this might be the most important Lakers update you've heard in months. Yes, we're just hours away from NBA free agency officially opening, and already we have a shockwave. DeAndre Ayton is finalizing a buyout with the Portland Trail Blazers and will hit the market as an unrestricted free agent. No assets required. Just a signature away from wearing purple and gold. And what that means for the Lakers is nothing short of a seismic shift. Because let's be honest, how many times have we said that the Lakers need a center? A real one. A presence in the paint. Not a short-term patch. Not a fading veteran. A long-term solution. Well, Ayton just became that possibility. And the timing couldn't be more perfect. The Lakers had flirted with the idea of trading for him in the past, but Portland's asking price was sky-high. There was no path to getting Ayton without gutting the bench, shipping out Rui Hachimura, or even parting with promising young pieces like Jalen Hood-Schifino or Dalton Knecht. But now he's free. Free agency hasn't even officially started and Rob Pelinka just got handed a wild card. A player that once went number 1 overall in the NBA draft. A player who, despite the doubts and the headlines, still possesses one of the most refined offensive skill sets at the center position. And the best part? The Lakers can potentially sign him without giving up anything. No picks. No depth. No sacrifices. Just vision and opportunity. But let's slow down. Because yes, we know the fan base is split on this. And honestly, that's fair. Ayton hasn't been perfect. He's been labeled inconsistent, passive, sometimes even disengaged. He's clashed with coaches. He's had playoff games where he disappeared when his team needed him most. And when you're in a win-now window with LeBron James entering his final NBA chapters and Anthony Davis battling durability concerns every season, committing to a player with effort issues is a serious risk. Still, what if we're judging too early? What if we're only seeing the surface of who DeAndre Ayton could become? Because here's the truth, most of those struggles came in Phoenix and Portland, organizations that didn't always provide stability. And when Ayton did have structure, like during the Suns' finals run in 2021, he was a force. Dominant on both ends. Locked in. Aggressive. Hungry. That version of Ayton? That's a championship-caliber big man. And now imagine this, Ayton, surrounded by LeBron James, a top 5 playmaker in NBA history. Austin Reeves, a growing creator with savvy pick-and-roll reads. Possibly even Luka Doncic. We're not saying it's happening, but there are whispers, and yes, they share the same agent in Bill Duffy. The synergy could be real. In Phoenix, Ayton thrived playing alongside elite passers like Chris Paul. So just think about what he could do with LeBron spoon-feeding him lobs or Reeves dragging defenders into the paint and kicking it out to Ayton's smooth mid-range. Offensively, the fit is beautiful. Ayton isn't just some rim-running big. He has legit touch. Post footwork. A mid-range jumper that's reliable. He can finish in traffic. And unlike some of the other rumored Lakers targets, Nick Claxton, Walker Kessler, Ayton has a polished scoring arsenal. He's not just there to set screens and crash boards. He's a threat. A weapon. Of course, no one is ignoring the elephant in the room, his defense. That's the part that makes this move high risk. Because for all his length, mobility, and physical tools, Ayton has never consistently anchored a defense like an all-star center should. Too often, he switches off. Gets outworked. Loses focus. That has to change, and frankly, the Lakers might be one of the few teams equipped to make that happen. This franchise has a defensive culture under Darvin Ham. They've helped transform players like Jared Vanderbilt and even revived parts of Dwight Howard's defensive game during the 2020 title run. If Ayton buys in, if he plays inspired basketball, he doesn't just become a serviceable piece. he becomes elite. But here's the most underrated part of this entire equation, the money. Because this isn't a normal buyout situation. Ayton is still owed more than $14 million next season by Portland. That means he can afford to sign a low-cost, prove-it deal with a contender like the Lakers. No mid-level exception needed. No cap gymnastics. He could come in at a bargain price, show the league he's still that guy, and hit the market again next year with much higher value. And the Lakers? They'd get a former #1 pick in his prime, no draft picks surrendered, no loss of bench depth, and no long-term financial handcuffs. Compare that to the other big men out there. Brook Lopez is aging. Clint Capella has mileage and limited offensive gain. Al Horford? He's 1 year from retirement. All these names bring experience, yes, but not upside. Not longevity. Not the kind of ceiling Ayton still has if, and that's a big if, he finally puts it all together. It's a risk. But it might be the exact kind of calculated risk that Rob Pelinka needs to take. Because let's face it, the Lakers are running out of time. LeBron James isn't going to be LeBron forever. Anthony Davis needs help. And this offseason is one of the last true chances to shape a roster that can compete at the highest level. Signing Ayton, even on a 1-year flyer, allows Pelinka to keep the team's depth intact. No need to lose Gabe Vincent or Dalton Knecht like you might in a trade for a center. No need to tear up the bench just to fill the biggest hole in the lineup. And that's just the beginning. Because the Ayton move, if it happens, doesn't solve everything. The Lakers still have questions at the wing. They still need more size and shooting at the forward spots. Andrew Wiggins has been rumored. Other names will emerge. Summer League will show us whether guys like Adut Fierro or the recently signed Blake Hinson can contribute at the NBA level. But this is the first domino. This is the kind of move that sends a message across the league that the Lakers are not done, they're just getting started. And it also reaffirms something deeper. Something emotional. It shows that despite the odds, despite the critics saying the Lakers have no more leverage, no more picks, no more youth, this front office still finds ways to make magic. Ayton might not be the safe choice. But he could be the brilliant one. He could be the spark that turns a solid roster into a contender. And that brings us back to Rob Pelinka. Because if he pulls this off, if he signs DeAndre Ayton on a discount deal without touching the core, without giving up draft capital, and if that move rejuvenates Ayton's career and helps the Lakers make another deep playoff run, that could be legacy-defining. That could be the moment we look back on years from now as the turning point. The moment when a risky decision became a genius one. So as we count down the final hours to free agency, the tension is rising. Anything can happen. But one thing is clear, DeAndre Ayton to the Lakers is real. It's possible. And it just might be the beginning of something special. Let us know what you think, Lakers Nation. Would you roll the dice on Ayton? Do you believe he can thrive next to LeBron and AD? Or would you prefer a more reliable, veteran option? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're as excited as we are for this free agency period, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because this off-season, it's going to be wild. And we're bringing you every twist, every trade, every signing. This is only the beginning. Stay tuned. Here's a crucial insight for you: diving into financial education can significantly elevate your quality of life. In the realm of finance, take the time to explore bonds and stocks, with a special emphasis on real estate investment trusts, REITs. These investments have the potential to generate passive income. Approach this journey with diligence and opt for reputable investment brokerages globally. By doing so, you'll be laying a solid foundation for a more secure and prosperous future.